Hey everybody, how's you go? Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Wilson, and this is Bullet Sponge Brews. Today we've got another pretty exciting mead that we're going to be doing. We are going to be doing a chocolate coffee caramel mead. This is another one that I've been really interested in. I know that I say that every video, but I'm interested in all the meads. I like them. Mainly because I'm a coffee drinker. That's kind of the reason that I wanted to do this. Now, what we have going on today is we've got 2.5 pounds of honey. We're going to kind of bring that back a little bit. This jar right here might look like honey, but it's not. It's actually a wet caramel that I made upstairs. There's no butter, there's no milk. Obviously, we don't want to add anything like that into an active ferment, so it's literally just sugar and water. And then right here, we have a gallon of cold brewed coffee. The yeast that we're using today is, of course, Lalvin EC1118. Once again, I've got a lot of it. Kind of got to use it up. This one is actually going to be interesting because right now in the beginning, we are only going to be adding the coffee and the caramel. The chocolate will get added into secondary. Now, we will be tasting the chocolate coffee caramel mead pretty much every day just to make sure that we're getting the right amount of chocolate in there. And I understand that this is a fairly light honey. It's a new experience for me. So if it does come that we need to add more caramel, we can always add more caramel into secondary. My goals with this mead is to produce a mead that is similar to the pineapple jalapeno, relatively, I guess, medium ABV. I'm looking for a 10 to 12%. And I think what we've kind of got going on right here is going to get us right in that ballpark. So without stalling any longer, let's go ahead and get right into it. We are going to start off, as one does, with our honey. I've got clover honey today that I picked up from Walmart. Unfortunately, my job quit selling the big 3-pound jars of honey, so now I got to buy a different honey. And I don't know if I want to try to force the. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to put the lid back on here. And if it takes us a minute to put it in here, it'll take us a minute to put it in here. All right. And because this is a closed a carboy that takes a bung, instead of mixing this up, we're going to just shake the holy out of it. I don't know if not using the funnel was a bad idea. Now, with the coffee, I did brew the coffee here at home. Just followed a basic recipe online. It said, I believe it was 1 part coffee for every 4 parts water, and then you further dilute it once you are done with it. So, and then I believe after you're done with the dilution, you do an additional 4-to-1 dilution. So I did half a cup of coffee grounds, then 2 cups of water on top of that. Was it 2? Yeah. Which gave me 2 cups of coffee, which is half quart. And then I did. Am I just stupid? I might be stupid. I don't know. I suck at math. But yeah, I think it was 8 cups. That's only 2 quarts. So no, it would have been, I used a cup of coffee, 4 cups of water, which gave me a quart. And then I further diluted it with, actually, like my coffee a little stronger. So instead of using 4 quarts of water on top of it, I actually only used 3. So I'm hoping to have, Jesus Christ, this thing is being difficult. I'm hoping to have a little stronger coffee flavor to this one. This is just not going as planned. But if my life is any indicator, stuff rarely goes to plan. Now I'm hoping, because this is just a cheaper bottle, I can put some coffee in here and shake the holy hell out of it and not get Well, I guess this time it's honey coffee everywhere. All right. Don't fail me now. There we go. That's better. Now, the coffee is still slightly warm, so I'm hoping that it's going to help break up the honey in this thing just a little bit easier. It's warm. It's not hot. I wouldn't want to run the risk of putting hot water in here. I don't want to kill the yeast. I don't know if I've explained it before, but just in case I haven't, yeast die at around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius because I'm an American and, well, I'm dumb. All right, that's 1.5 pounds of honey. We've still got 1 pound to go. Now, I believe I am using a different honey this time. This is specifically clover honey. So I don't know what the other ones was. I believe they were wildflower honey. So this is clover. It's also raw and unfiltered. We don't want it to be we don't want it to be pasteurized. Why? I don't know. I'll probably have to look that up. Ugh. That definitely went a lot faster. My dog upstairs is very upset because he got thrown in the cage for on my floor. Same thing with this one. We're going to pour some warm coffee in there. I'm going to shake the holy hell out of it, get as much of that honey off of there as we can. And then going to add more coffee to this, and we're going to shake the holy hell out of this. Definitely breaking it up a little bit easier. We're also going to go ahead and add our caramel. Like I did say, there's no butter, there's no milk, there's no cream, there's nothing in that. It is simply honey and water. I do think that we are going to have to add more caramel in secondary, simply because I don't think I got that dark enough. But as I've said in almost every video, we're here to fail together. We're here to succeed together, but we're going to learn the entire time we're doing it. So maybe next time, hopefully it'll turn out better. All right, that's good. Get our handy dandy funnel. And I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but everything here is sanitized. So well, that's a lot thicker than I was anticipating. Everything is sanitized. We don't want to be introducing any kind of infections or anything like that. So make sure you sanitize your equipment. Now, just in case you didn't know, caramel is considered an unfermentable sugar. So while there still is some sugar in this that will ferment for the most part, the caramel is not going to ferment. I don't know how that's going to affect our gravity reading, but we're definitely going to see. Looks like we're good on that. So let's go ahead and we're just going to add some more coffee. Also try to get some of this honey off the edges of the funnel. All right. Now we're going to take our bung and we're going to shake the holy hell out of this. Now, once again, we are shaking this to mix up the honey, but we're also shaking it to aerate it. We do want to aerate it initially when we are starting our fermentation. The yeast do like an oxygen-rich environment, so this helps that along nicely. It's also an arm workout, so if you're trying to get swole, shake a half-full carboy for 5 or 80 minutes. Oh. Now, fortunately, I actually did get some carboys for Christmas. My good friend Christine, who I have mentioned on this channel plenty of times, actually bought me a couple of extra carboys for Christmas. So we've got 2 more meads that we can do before I am broke and poor and can't do any more because I'm out of carboys. So I do know what 2 meads we are going to be doing next. For the first of the year, we're going to be retrying the traditional mead. First mead of the year, it's got to be the traditional. We screwed it up last time. Let's go ahead and try and fix it and do it right this time. And then the next one after that is It's a Secret. Sorry, what do you guys expect? Can't tell you every mead. Got to leave you wanting more. All right. Still got some honey on the side. And in this green measuring cup next to me, our yeast is rehydrating. I also added a little bit of honey into it to mix it up to really wake those yeast up. And I think, yeah, I think we're good. We're going to go ahead and add the rest of our stuff into this. And then we're going to give it another good shake. And wow, it already smells incredibly like coffee. Who'd have thunk it? So we're going to go ahead and add our yeast in first. Just because I want to make sure I get those in before I fill this thing up way too full. And we're going to add some coffee directly into this. Once again, we're just trying to get all the yeast out of here. Being very gentle to try to make this the first video where I don't absolutely make a mess. Go ahead and pour that in there. Now we're going to add the rest of our coffee. There's a lot of foam in this. All right, so we're going to actually let this defoam just a little bit. I got to run upstairs and take care of my dog. And while this is defoaming, we go ahead and take care of him. And then we will be right back to finish adding coffee into this and take our gravity reading. So I'll be right back, y'all.
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
And we're back. So we were able to get the foam to chill out just a little bit. What we're going to be doing now is we are going to check our pH. If our pH is too high, we're going to add some acid to balance it out. And then we're going to go ahead and take our gravity reading to see just how potent this thing is going to be. So go ahead and grab one of the 6 billion test strips that I ordered. Grab our little pipette. Get down in there. And all right, we are right about a 5, so we definitely want to bring this down just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and add half a teaspoon of tartaric acid. Once again, we are adding acid to bring that pH down, so we don't really have to worry about a whole lot about botulism or anything like that. And with this layer of foam up there, I'm going to have to get in there and shake the hell out of it. All right. which is probably going to create more foam. Hopefully not, but we shall see. Just like with a pop, you release it and it just explodes. All right, so we're at a 5. We're wanting to be down to 4, 4.5, or 4, 3.5, somewhere in there. Definitely want to be below 4.6. So we're just going to go ahead and use the other side of the same test strip. Hopefully. Yep, got past the foam. And so, where are we sitting now? Oh, looks like we're sitting at just about a 4. So we're going to go ahead and call that good. Go ahead and throw that away. All right, let's get into the final little bit of this. And we are going to just bang my hydrometer on my carboy. Don't do that. We're going to go ahead and check our specific gravity. So we're going to go ahead and, what is today's date? The 27th. I'm going to go ahead and write down our date. And like I said, we were aiming for roughly 10 to 12. Could be off just a little bit, or we could be off by a lot of bit. We shall see. And go ahead and get a little more in there. There we go. And we are sitting at, go ahead and spinaroo. Looks like we're sitting at 1.084, which I believe is pretty similar to what the pineapple jalapeno was. So let's go ahead and go back through our notes. Actually, let's go ahead and write down 1.084. The pineapple jalapeno started out at a 1.083. So yeah, this is right where the pineapple jalapeno was. So if you'll give me just a couple minutes, I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. We're going to do the math, and we will be right back with our final ABV rating.
3:28 a.m.
Hey guys, thanks for your patience. So we did the math, and it looks like with a starting gravity of 1.084, that looks like it's going to leave us with a final ABV, if everything ferments and it goes dry, of 11.25%. That's right around where I'm wanting it to go. Now, I don't know how the caramel, because caramel is an unfermentable sugar, I don't know how that's going to affect this or how it's going to affect its final gravity, but we're here for the adventure. We're going to see what goes on. Like I did say, we are going to be adding the chocolate in secondary, so once this is done fermenting, we transfer it to another vessel. At that point, we will add the chocolate, and if we have to, we will add more caramel to it. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Can't tell you how much I appreciate the support that every one of you guys have shown me, whether it's liking the video, leaving a comment, or if you have my phone number, just texting me and telling me what you think of the video. The support that you guys have shown me is unbelievable, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm not doing this for the views. I'm not doing this to make money, but it is pretty cool that you guys are coming along on the ride with me. My name is Wilson. This is Bullet Sponge Brews, and this is the beginning of our chocolate coffee caramel mead. Thank you guys for joining me. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next time.